you like a street light that didn't ask my name, just stood there in the rain, doing what it does. I wasn't looking for answers, I was folding up my doubt, trying to live without calling everything a sign. But you moved through my hours like you'd already been there. Not loud, not holy, just familiar. They say fate is a story people tell when they're afraid. But if that's true, why does your silence know my shape? If this is fate, it doesn't shout, it leans in close and waits it out. No fireworks, no chains, just time learning my name. If this is fate, it's quiet and it stays. I used to think forever was a word people misuse, something built on promises that wear out fast. But you don't try to hold me, you don't rush the truth, you let the moment pass and somehow it comes back. You don't save me, you don't break me, you just walk beside the doubt like you understand it. Maybe destiny isn't written, maybe it listens instead. Every time I don't run, you meet me where I stand. If this is fate, it doesn't burn, it cools the fear and lets it turn. No pressure, no demand, just space inside my hands. If this is fate, it breathes and understands. I don't need the stars to agree, I don't need a reason to stay. If the world keeps changing its mind, I'll change mine anyway. They say love should feel like falling, but this feels like balance, like standing still and not being afraid. Some nights I test the thought by letting go on purpose. If you fade, I'll know it was just my need talking. But you return like a habit I never had to force, like a rhythm in my chest that doesn't need explaining. So call it chance, call it timing, call it nothing at all. But don't ask me to pretend I didn't feel the pull. If this is fate, it won't demand, it won't make me someone I'm not. No vows carved in stone, just a future left open. If this is fate, it walks, it doesn't lock. Maybe fate is just what happens when we stop arguing with the moment and let it stay. Some of us learned early how to move without asking why. Hands full, days heavy, just trying to keep the lights alive. No time for the quiet questions, no room to fall apart. You run because you have to, not because you lack a heart. I've seen the weight you're carrying. I won't call it a choice. Survival speaks louder than a thoughtful voice. I don't blame the silence, I know where it's born. When life keeps knocking, thinking waits outside the door. Thoughts aren't meant to stay with me, I don't lock them inside my mind. If I've learned how to breathe a little deeper, I let the air move on in time. I don't keep my thoughts, I let them pass like water finding cracks. Some of us were given time, space enough to sit and stare. Questions stacked like open books, answers hanging in the air. And if you're lucky, if you're steady, if the ground held long enough, then thinking isn't just a mirror, it becomes a kind of trust. What's the point of seeing further if you keep it to yourself? What's the use of understanding if it never helps someone else? I don't speak from higher ground, I speak from what I know. Light doesn't lose its meaning just because you let it go. Thoughts aren't meant to stay with me, they move, they bend, they change their shape. If I found a way to slow the moment, I leave the door a little open just in case. I don't keep my thoughts, I let them pass like water finding